guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Janae. I run a blog called Highlowluxxe and I focus on luxury beauty, fashion, and travel. And today we are doing my brow routine, which is why I don't have on any makeup. So I'm gonna walk you through in depth how I do my brows. As you can see, I don't have much brows. So I take my time and really I feel like I've perfected my brow routine over the last few years. I only use 3 products. Is that a lot? I don't know. But I hope this is helpful. Really quick, I'll walk you through the products I use, but of course they'll be linked below. I use 2 Benefit products. I use the Goof Proof Brow Pencil, which is like the thicker one. And I use this just to get product onto my eyebrows because they are so sparse. This kind of just gives me something to work with. If you have thicker brows, then you probably won't need that. And then I use the Precisely My Brow to kind of go in and define, create hair-like strokes. So I do recommend this one, whether you have thick brows or not. And then lastly, I finish with the NYX Brow Mascara in black, but it's really a dark brown, but the color is called black. And this kind of gives me a more feathered, natural look, which is what I like. Unlike most brow routines, I don't use any concealer to clean up my brows. So if you don't have a steady hand, you may want to do that. I would just say do it underneath and blend it out really well and not do it on top. I just think it's a more natural look, but I don't use any. I used to, but I stopped just because I find it even more natural not using any. But I do have a very steady hand. So doing brows is kind of like drawing, and I'm kind of good at drawing. So if you're not, use concealer to kind of help you clean up everything. And then lastly, I do use a translucent powder to powder my brows before I put any product on. I find that this just helps them last throughout the day. Okay, I rambled enough. So I'm gonna zoom you in, we're gonna get real close, and we're gonna do our brows. I hope this is helpful. Leave any questions below. You know the rest. Okay, so I've already powdered my brows and now I am going in with the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit, and I am just kind of outlining my brows, giving it some type of shape, and then just adding color onto my brows so that I have something to work with. I like to start underneath my brows and just kind of give them a shape, and then I will go through and just do a few little hair-like strokes. But you'll see with the other pencil, that's where I really go in and define. So you will also notice that I brush up my brows a lot. So I feel like that is a big key to getting that natural kind of like fluffier look, is making sure you brush the product through the brows as you go. Now on to the other brow. I think the best thing to remember when doing your brows is that they are sisters, not twins, so they will never look the same. Unfortunately, I have one good brow, one bad brow. It always gives me problems, and it is what it is. So you just have to come to terms with that and move along. Also, I have a pretty standard shape for my brow, but some days they look a little fluffier, some days they're a little thinner. So that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. You can't get too hung up on it. But by the end, they pretty much look the same usually, so we make it work. Okay, now I'm going in with the brow definer, and this is the skinnier pencil, and this is where I really kind of get those hair-like strokes and define my brows even more. And I just go through and do little tiny strokes, and I give myself a little more of an arch, and then it's usually where I work on the tail of my brows as well. Also important to note, because I do so much defining with this pencil, I have it in a lighter shade. So I have the thicker brow in the shade 6, and then I have the definer brow that I'm using now in the shade 4.5. And this just kind of helps me out so that I don't get my brows too harsh, since I am going in and like being so like precise. The lighter brow kind of keeps me from overdoing it. And then I just, again, work on the tail and brush everything through. And then I'll go in with a brow mascara. And sometimes I apply this a second time after my makeup is done, just in case any powder got in them. And voila, here is the final look. My somewhat fluffy, thickish brows. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I just went ahead and did the rest of my face because I don't do my brows if I'm not gonna wear makeup, because I do like a bushier, fuller brow, and that just looks a little crazy if I just have no makeup on. I do have a very tamed version of my brows for when I don't wear makeup, but maybe I'm gonna run around and I wanna look somewhat put together. So let me know if you want to see that. It's super simple, even more simple than this one. But this is the finished look. I just used my regular NARS foundation, NARS concealer, and then I used the Jackie Aina palette. Let me give you all the information. Let's see. I used Pinker and Supreme on the lid, and then I lined the lower lash line with Big Wig. So that's that. And then I have on Milani lipstick in Matte Naked and an NYX Butter Gloss in Praline. That's the look. That's everything. So, of course, if you lasted this long, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video. Of course, check me out on Instagram at Highlowluxxe and read my blog, highlowluxxe.com. As always, thanks for watching. See ya.